so we can say like, cool, man. You don't want to fight.
So we could record the whole session today, and each buddy.
Oh, you want to fight? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, to me. It's like, it's not really that good. It's in their own way.
Very good at it. Yes. You can paint.
Alright, everybody. So this is our introduction to the music business course. So y'all know how typically how we do it. It's kind of either we have lecture or we just kind of rapid fire the questions that you all may have. Mr. O.G. Rossi. If you wasn't here earlier, he's a pillar to not only the hip hop community here in the city of Houston, but also to the culture and to the business of music here in the city of Houston. He's done it, and not just Houston, but global. And what better person to come in and kind of educate and talk about real world experiences that he's been a part of, things he's experienced, things you may look out that you need to look out for. He's done. He's done the work when there was no slate there. You know what I mean? And again, y'all know this is kind of what we try to do. Give you all the inside of what has happened in the past and what's going on now, so you can be, I don't care what genre of music, all the methods, they all work the same. You have to understand how to play the game. And what better person to show you how to play the game than this gentleman here. But without further ado, let's welcome Mr. O.G. Rossi. So, but before we go into this, there's always want to give the shine to a few people who have sat in those same seats with you all before we jump into this with OG. I definitely want to give a shout out to Mr. August Keys, who sat in these same seats with you all. I'm going to give him a little bit of time to say something, and then we'll get to OG so he can get on out of here. I know he has some other things to do. But I got to give August a little bit of the stage to also just kind of shed a light on, he sat in these same seats. So August, kind of introduce yourself, former MISA president, and we'll start there.
Hey, so what's poppin', everybody? My name is August J. Keys, born in Houston, raised on the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Croix. I'm a graduate of this program with an associate's in music business and a specialization in publishing administration. I spent a little bit of time in the audio classes. I'm also on scholarship over at the Berklee College of Music for songwriting and music production. And in my free time, I do freelance, ghostwrite, and produce and engineer in the city of Houston, Atlanta, and Los Angeles. And I'm also a software engineer for Apple. So got a lot on my plate right now, but it all started with a dream, some ambition, and taking a seat in Professor Williams' class 3 years ago, or 5 years ago, actually. My goodness. My goodness.
It only gets faster the older you get.
Ain't that right?
And so, just out of curiosity, how many artists do we have in the room? If I can just see you raise your hands. Cool. First off, thank you for your artistry. And how many engineers do we have in the room? Any songwriters? Wow. Audio, visual, film, anything like that? Okay. Beautiful. Anybody got experience with radio? Oh, damn, I thought we were hitting like all.
I did.
Hey. Reason I wanted to ask that is because one of the first lessons I learned here is that there's tens of thousands of ways to make a profit in this industry. And it all starts with recognizing what kind of hat you wear. Even more so, those who tend to have a long tenure in this industry are those who can wear multiple hats. So for those of you who did get a chance to raise your hands multiple times, that's amazing to have that kind of ability and confidence already. And for those who may have only raised once, it's all good. We got time. We definitely got time. But I really just want to take an opportunity to open the floor and answer any questions you might have from a student's perspective, what it looks like to graduate. When I first graduated, I'll be very transparent. The only work that I was getting was anything I was already doing in the industry, and I was blessed enough to have a local record deal to get my artistry jumping as well. But just like with anything in your degree, things do take time, and after the degree, I was able to find my way, and I really want to share that perspective with anybody who might be in the grade today.
So you say you were doing some record label stuff right when you first got out. How did you get your foot out there to start hearing, having people hear your music and stuff like that? Were you doing live performances? Were you putting it online? Were you, was it open mics, or were you at festivals? I mean, you got to start somewhere, because I'm trying to get myself out there, but I got to get a little bit more confidence. But
I got you. It started with a live performance for me. I grew up in the church. I grew up singing in the church, and I grew up on the soundboard in the church, and so I had a foundation to be present on the stage and share a gift. I just didn't know that I could share my gift in the way that I would want to until I came here. So whenever I first came here, man, I was just dropping songs on SoundCloud, just praying and seeing what happens, no kind of plan, part-time manager at Starbucks, man, doing my thing. And I was actually at U of H pursuing a bachelor's degree in kinesiology, because being from a Caribbean household, it's either doctor, lawyer, or engineer, figure it out. And so when I told my parents I wanted to be an audio engineer, they almost gave up on me, but I didn't want to give up on me. And when I came here, it was actually in my survey of the music business class where everything got started for me. This gentleman right here let us know that they were partnering with a local label in the city of Houston who was willing to help an artist start their platform. And if there was any student interested, to just hit him up. And I was the only person in the classroom who came up to him after class and was like, "Hey man, I'm interested." And I remember back in the day, he didn't know what kind of person I was outside the classroom. So, I was quiet, chilling in the back, and he looked at me and was like, "You?" I was like, "Yeah, man." And so I played him one of the songs that I had on SoundCloud, and I still remember the words he said to me too that day. He was like, "You're like a Chance the Rapper, but with a little Houston sprinkle, and I think we can do something with that. So let me get connected with the right people." And very thankful for that opportunity, and it was the first instance where I felt like I could actually do it. But then when it came to negotiating the actual contract, one of the things that came up was that I had no presence or brand yet. And there were a lot of people who were in that label space that also had a presence and a brand that I had to catch up to. And I'm a very spiritual person. I remember I just took a second to pray on it and figure out, man, how am I gonna do this? And one day I was working it was a Starbucks off of Kirby Drive in Rice Village, doing my thing, counting tills, and then I noticed my phone started blowing up. And then one of my workers was like, "Yo, you know that song Indie that you dropped on SoundCloud?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Have you seen your numbers yet?" And then I went and I checked, and I didn't think much of it because that was a song I showed him, but it only had 60-something views at the time. But then that 60-something turned into 5,000 in the span of a couple hours that day, just because the right radio station heard it and posted it on their page, and their platform ended up loving it. And by the end of the week, it hit 16,000. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we can do something with this. We can do something with this." And so at this point in time, where we were at in the music business course, we were talking about different ways to market in the new age of music. And that helped give me this foundation of all right, we've got these numbers coming. I'm not monetizing off of it, so how can I make a profit? And I wasn't versed enough in the streaming aspect of things yet, but I knew how to perform. So I started going to open mics, started signing up for showcases, and anywhere where your gift can be heard goes a long way. The first step to profiting off of anything in a market is for it to be present in the market, and the rest comes after the fact. So once I started performing, finding out how to monetize that, I tried to find ways to translate that to the streaming too, and that's where the label came in and really educated me on how to really capitalize off of performance and performance and publishing royalties, and just make it a full solution so that we could really keep everything going and growing. But it did start with me having to find out where my hat lied before I could figure out how to wear others. I hope that answers it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Can you restate your name again? I didn't catch it first.
Yeah. August Keys. August like the month and keys like piano.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You said where you say you from again?
St. Croix in the Caribbean.
Okay, glad to have you here.
Hey,
first of
appreciate
all.
you, man.
And I want to say, how hard was it, like, kind of like leaving? You know what I mean? Like, and kind of just chasing that dream with no. I don't know if you had a foundation. I don't know if they had your back, your parents. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
how hard was that just to be like, you know what? I'm gonna do something on my own. I'm gonna chase it and I'm gonna live for it.
Very hard. Very hard. So like, it takes a lot to leave a second world country and come to a first world for a better opportunity. And even when I grew up with my grandparents because my parents were trying to establish that here, and they just couldn't afford to take care of me. And I also grew up in a musical household. My grandfather was a jazz musician who graduated from Juilliard, and so music was something that like ran in my family. And there was this expectation back home of like, he's gonna do something with music. But as soon as I came up to the States when I was 7, the expectation then became, we got you here for this opportunity, you're gonna do what we want with the opportunity. And so I came into my adulthood with this notion of like trying to do what everybody else wanted me to do. And I'll be completely transparent with you, man. The moment that everything kind of flipped for me, I was at U of H doing a lot of great things on campus, pursuing that kinesiology degree, but I wasn't happy with what I was doing. And I had a whole breakdown after one of my shifts at Starbucks. And I'm like, I know where I want to be and I know what I want to do, so why am I not taking the steps to do it? And eventually it transpired into pursuing a music education degree over there. But then I didn't know what I wanted to know. Like, how can I translate that to a form of living so that I can like take care of me and mine and then anybody that comes after me? And then I heard about the audio engineering program here, and everyone looked at me crazy when I said I'm leaving a tier 1 university for a community college. Like, no, they've got something. There's a hidden gem there, and I can like feel it. But from the familial side of things, they didn't understand that. My people back home definitely didn't understand anything with the American system. And then my parents here understood it from a specific perspective, and because they didn't have any perspective on what the entertainment industry could be like in a local capacity, they're like, absolutely no way. The thing that helped me convince my dad first and foremost was one of the first things that Professor Williams said in a survey of the music business. I told him I'm running a business, and I broke it down to him like this: like, I understand that you want me to do something where I can profit off of, so let me break it down to you like this. The music is my product, and the fan base, the audience is my consumer base. I'm trying to translate that product as a form of living so that I can enjoy work every day of my life. And once I said it like that, he was like, I hate you for being a little smart ass, but okay, I'm a rock it. And so when he finally started seeing checks roll in, sponsorships and stuff like that, they started to become a lot more comfortable with it. At least my dad. My mom to this day, unless I'm like accepting a Grammy over in LA, she ain't gonna ever be okay with it. But to give some context to my name too, man, August isn't my government name, it's actually a childhood nickname. And to help my people back home be more comfortable with it. Back home, they call me Little August because I was just like my grandmother, and her maiden name was Auguste. The first instrument that my grandfather taught me was piano. So I carry my grandparents with me on stage so that everybody knows back home I'm carrying them with me too. So August Keys is grandma and grandpa. That helped them feel a lot comfortable.
Y'all give it up all.
I want my plaque. Can I get my plaque for mixing?
Right.
Shout out Juice,
So-
man.
yeah.
Can I get my plaque?
So our story is really deep with August. It goes back. I mean, like it's a real deep story. Like hopefully we get opportunity for him to come back and kind of share his journey. It's almost, we wanted to convey his story because he's been through a lot, as everyone is, right? And so I want to segue from the wearing a whole lot of hats, because this gentleman here wears a lot of hats as well.
Whole lot.
With his new endeavor in film, give us that transition from.
Don't nobody talk about the fact
Because I mean I follow him on social media too, but he always said y'all didn't know, huh? Y'all thought I couldn't act. What made you okay? start your journey and get us to acting.
I always feel like if you build something, you can be able to, if you build something solid, you can be able to do whatever you want to with it. Everything that we all got is somebody's name. Y'all know that?
Absolutely.
Everything y'all like is somebody's name.
Absolutely.
Somebody's name.
For example, just give examples. To
It's
leave it
somebody's name. Let's go with I mean, if we go with fashion, if we start with fashion, that's what everybody into fashion, right? Right. It's some. So I just feel like if I always made my name where I can do whatever I want to, I just envision my name being able to make chairs, being able to be. This should be my name right there. And that's how I always looked at it. Just thinking, and I just feel like you got something has DJing was just that was the stepping stone for it. You know, I've always me and my sister, that's my youngest sister, my oldest sister, the oldest sister, because I'm the oldest.
So me and my wife was having a battle last night about who was the oldest, blah 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 blah. That's a whole other
Yeah, that was the oldest sibling though.
Got it.
But me and my older sister, we used to play store when we was young. This is before we even knew anything about music. We wasn't into music and nothing. We just was into store and like we was 6 or 7 years old. We would just go around the house and get the Monopoly money, and we just go around the house and just get stuff. You want to buy like that hat or something, buy it, get Monopoly money. That's what me and my sister was just into. We didn't know nothing about. We wasn't into music. We just into business. So we're just moving forward to this day. It's just like that's how I feel about my brand. It's just like you should be able to wear this Chopstone brand or Chop Not Slot brand. It should be able to be upon anything. And this is something that I worked, for. So when it came time to do other things with it, I'm glad those doors was able to open up to when people want to see that the fact that you can act. And even when I remember when I got my first acting, the first acting, the real one, and not being somebody wants you to come play a DJ in the movie.
Right.
I'm a DJ. I ain't got to act now. Know how to do that. So when I got my first opportunity to have a small role, I embraced it, and then the director saw more in me, and he invited me to be in another movie. And then after the second one, he came to me and said, "You ready for a bigger role?" And you always gonna say you think you're ready for something bigger when you do something bigger. So I was like, "You think I'm ready?" I was like, "What's a bigger role?" First of all, I'm thinking, maybe a little bit more dialogue. He's like, "You ready to star?" And I was like, "Whew, I don't know. That's a lot of dialogue." So I did it, man, and it was great. And I just like, man, sky's the limit. So I'm just glad that I was able to put in some work on the DJing side for people to open up to see that, hey, I can make, like, for instance, my own shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I can wear my own shoes.
That's your own brand.
Yeah. So you say OG on it all the way, all the way around.
I ain't gonna lie, them clean.
Yeah,
I designed them, made them myself. It's not nobody else's design. I designed them, made them myself. Everything. You see the OG stand, the arrow on the G is pointing up because I feel like once you get a pair of these here, it's up from now.
Yeah.
So I made these shoes for homeless people because I used to collect shoes from a lot of my friends, and I used to give them back to the homeless people. People need shoes. Then one day I was out with Isaiah Carey, and a dude walked up to me. I had some. It was raining. I usually wear slides, y'all. I just started wearing back my own shoes because I was wearing for about 5 years. She'll tell you, they used to hate it. I don't care. I done got my name enough where if I can't get in with the slides, then I don't need to be here. That's how I started feeling like I ain't worked enough. Because if Jay-Z walk in here with Speedo on, you ain't finna tell him to leave. That's how I feel. I feel like if you get your name up, though, you can basically,
Right.
you know, they might think you crazy.
Right.
That's
Like, man, Jay-Z must hit that crack before he come in here. Well, that's Jay-Z though. Jay-Z, come on in though, so. You know, so I just feel like, you know, my name, so I used to always walk around with slides on, and one day, I was with Isaiah Carey, who was giving away that, doing some charity stuff. The homeless, giving out some food and some clothes and stuff. And it had started raining, so I went to my car to take off my slides and put on. I was getting these shoes that Puma, I think Puma gave me exclusive. I was gonna take them to get put in a case because Big Boy, Block Boy JB and Big Boy from Outkast, it was their exclusive shoe. So I was really just had them in my car. So I actually wouldn't just put them on. I was like, it's raining, I'm just put them one way, I ain't gonna hurt. So I just put them on, and the homeless dude walked up, and we all was standing there watching the people, you know, sift through the shoes. And the homeless dude that walked up behind me was like, yeah, that's what I need right there. But we all looking down at the shoes. I didn't know he was talking about my shoes on my foot. So when I turned around and looked at him, he was like, and I was like, yeah, get down. He's like, nah, that right there. And he pointed at my shoes. I said, so, you know, I'm kind of hilarious, you know, just trying to make a joke out of it. I was like, you don't even know what size these is. He said, I said, what's that? He said, my size. He said, that size? And I said, all right. And I'm thinking, you know, just going on with the joke, being hilarious. I kicked him off and I was like, all right, then, yeah, let's see. And believe me, it was his size. So I gave the dude my shoes. He had on some pink crocodile shoes, and them the shoes I went and got put in the case because I was going to do them shoes I put on, you know, I wore them for the rest of the day. And those shoes right there, so I decided, let's stop giving people your hand-me-downs. You know, especially homeless people, right? People that, you know, that's what we was out there for. I was like, I've been doing this for years. So I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna make a shoe and be able to give it to homeless people to where they can have something tangible. They can open up and feel like I just got something brand new. You know, at least a pair of shoes. We never give people brand new pairs of shoes. Yes. So that's what I started. I said, okay, now these black ones, I got they the same, but I got some white, the white and the black ones. So the black ones are actually for the less unfortunate. I have some white ones that I wear. I like to wear that's got white soles. So I started wearing them, and a lot of my friends started asking for them. So what I started doing was taking that money that my friends, they want to buy the white ones, I would take that money and buy more shoes of the black ones so I can give to the homeless. Right. Because people started asking, man, there's some nice shoes, I want to buy them. I was like, nah, well, they're not for sale. You can't buy them nowhere. So they're not like online. I can't tell you to go to online and you can buy the shoe. No, you can't. So I wanted people, and so I can start giving back people something tangible. So I created, you know, OG, that was my, you know, that's me, and the way I sign my signature is like, you know, and it's like an arrow light. So I figured I put two and two together. When I give people a pair of these, I want them to change their life. I want them to feel like, yeah, it's up from here. Look at his story. He came from being a DJ, like, and I came from being a DJ in a pivotal time in music. Period. Like, wasn't no famous DJs yet. Wasn't nobody saying, oh, well, if you do that route, if you go that route, that DJ win, that win, you can live as a DJ. Like, that's all I've been. I ain't been nothing but a DJ. So that's how I made it as a DJ. Right. So I just wanted to, you know, when it came to these shoes, and that's why I feel like with my name, with this brand, you know, I feel like this is something they'll be, not only if it's a nice shoe, but they'll still be proud of to wear because of the things that I've done for my community too. Like, I used to always do giveaway stuff, but I never would, my sister Ted, you know, I wish my team was here, Ted, like I never would let them record it and put it out on social because that wasn't what we was doing it for. Right. We wasn't doing it for, you know, for the look and for the gram and for, but I had to learn in the last 5 years, the reason why you might see us now is because
You have people out there that want to support you.
Right.
And they want to make it big. If I was able to give 10 of y'all a pair of these shoes, now I got somebody, now, Dr. Williams said he want to give me $10, so I buy 10 more.
Yeah.
So now I can give 20 people the shoes. So now I've learned the power of letting people know, see your good deeds, because the good deeds is just done for me. Because I want to see the good deeds, you know. And so now I've understood the power of telling people about the good deeds and letting people see about the good deeds, because people want to support you and make your good deeds even bigger. So, and that comes from just building my name, like you said, building that name, building that brand up, building it to where it has some substance behind it, and not just building a name over saying, oh, he was the biggest drug dealer in the city or something.
Right.
Because we already had that. We
Right.
got those.
Right.
We got those people to look up to.
Right, right. Y'all
So-
give that a round of applause.
So I got two questions.
Yes.
So first of all, how long you been in the business, and how did you get your name?
36 years in the business. Mad Hatter gave me the OG Ron C name.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Mad Hatter was the first one. You can go look on his. It was, I want to say it was probably 3 or 4 Houston hard hitters. Y'all, he used to drop these compilations called Houston Hard Hitters. And what he would do was take all the rappers, you know, from Houston and put them on, you know, put them on compilations. And one day he just on the back of one of them CDs, he put OG Ron C, hosted by OG Ron C. And then on his album, his Mr. Mad album, he wanted me to do an intro to one of the songs. So one day I'm in the studio, and his right hand man, you know, we always cool. We young, we cool. We always play a lot, and he was playing on the board, the studio board, and I'm in there trying to record, and I said, man, quit playing, man. Put the needle on the record. This was real. You can go hear this on the thing. I said, put the needle on the record. And then he started recording. I said, man, you know what? You don't stop playing. Matter of fact, when y'all see me in the street, y'all address me as OG Ron C. And I'm talking just like this. I said, you address me as OG Ron C. And from that day, and the song was called Crunk. And from that day forward, y'all, when people saw me in the streets, people just started saying OG Ron C. So I'm 25. I'm 25, 26 years old. So understand, it's cool now. Everybody OG now. I paid that way.
Well, you couldn't say that back then.
Cause yeah, back then, like even my mentor, my OG. You know we're not calling you OG.
Not calling you.
You know we're not calling you OG. You know Jay Prince and all these, the Big Chief and all them.
Yeah.
I promise you, they probably didn't start acknowledging that 10, 12 years ago.
Really?
Yes, because it's like, they ain't even OG.
Right.
They wasn't being called OG yet.
Yeah.
So now so I'm 25 and here I am, I'm saying OG Ron C. I ain't done shit. I ain't done that much in the game yet to be called OG Ron C. To be OG yet. You know, so, but I just ran with it. And thank God when I did some OG stuff for it to sustain to this day. Because I ain't never been charged up about, you ain't no OG. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been charged up about that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Right,
you know,
right,
obviously,
right.
you know, I done went on
Respect.
to do some things to sustain the name. Though.
Solidified, yeah.
That's stuff.
Yeah.
You got your question?
Yep, you got it.
So, is he dropping nuggets? Have y'all not heard, like, he has stories within stories of his success. And I know one thing that we kind of talk about in class is basically telling your story. Like, and not only that, but also how are you gonna separate yourself from the competition? So I'm gonna ask you this question. You've done a lot, but how did you separate yourself from your counterparts?
And my baby sister sitting there tell you, man, I listen, and I'm this is probably one thing I still live with that haunt me to this day, you know, that I'm not really proud of. Like, I missed a lot. missed a lot of stuff, y'all. I missed a lot of family time. You know what I'm saying? I missed a lot of time. I can't get back to my mama. We lost our mama, you know, a while back. And during that time, when I was coming up, that was right in the prime when my mom really got sick. And you know, I still deal with that today. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have my moments. You know, today is my mom's birthday.
Oh,
So, you know, I still deal with that stuff today because I know that, you know, I wasn't there, especially when she was in the hospital for 2 years, you know what I'm saying, straight. And for me to know that I've only went to see her maybe once or twice, you know what I'm saying, I still got to deal with that type of stuff. So I missed a lot. So I missed a whole lot. I missed a lot on good girls. You know what I'm saying? Good women I could have, you know, I missed a lot, you know, so getting it took a lot. I had to miss a lot. And I know, you know, sometimes we feel like we got to be a part of everything so we can make our name or something, but no, it took a, and the reason why I'm saying it took a lot because I had to really grind on it. I had to really be there. Like, I had to really be in the spot. I was at all the DJ stuff. I was at all the DJ conventions. I was at all the, see, a lot of people don't really understand that part is the part that really plays the fact of why I'm still here today and I can talk about it, you know, today still be doing it today. I'm still here, still doing it full 100%, right? Because I did all the stuff that none of the glamour stuff did. I sat for 3 hours and waited just to give Puffy
No Diddy.
I'm just saying, I said, you know, I know some of the things like I've done, you know what I'm saying, like going to some of these conventions, and you know, like, oh, Cuffing, leaving, you going, okay, you know, we in a hotel, where you going? Nowhere but up to your room, for sure, right? That's where everybody at. I know, I did my tactic, well, okay, well, back in the day, they used to tell you when the elevator got off on 18, so I'm finna go get out on 18, I'm finna sit right here, you gonna get this CD though. So I just sit at the elevator, because I know you got to get back on this elevator.
Got to come
to
down.
go back down there
Got to
to
come
where
down.
all the people at, and that's what you're here for. So I've done, you know, it's a lot of things like that I know I've done. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z the same way. I'm the first Houston person Jay-Z ever met. Tell him that today. Probably won't remember that. I tried 5 years later, then it was like, I ain't remember. So it's 20 years later, he definitely ain't gonna remember. So, you know, it's like things that I've done, you know, and it's just like things that, you know, you guys are gonna have to go through. Don't think it's gonna be in vain. Think about 5, 10 years now. Think about your legacy. This is how your legacy is gonna be built too. From these types of stories. You're gonna be able to look back and say 10 years and say, man, I remember sitting in the room with OG Ron C one day. You're gonna be able to tell your kids or whatever, you know, when I'm dead and gone, you're gonna be able to, you know, so this is a part of your journey and part of your story and how you're gonna get there. You know, and I was to tell you too, you just heard, you know, some of his stories. So we all gonna have our stories and our journeys to get there. So it's been a long road. Like our dad was strict as hell. Like, you know, shit, we couldn't watch Martin Lawrence. So, cause he's a pastor. He's a pastor though. You know what I'm saying? 8 o'clock at night, we had to turn off radio. We couldn't listen to secular music after dark. It's the truth. We had to turn off the radio. After dark, we couldn't listen to the radio. Because but it was our parents doing what they had to do to protect their child and their, you know, at the time. It's the same right now. I'm glad I don't got no kids. Y'all think I got these great colonels? Locked up dead or all great. Yeah, because it's just so much, you know, right now I understand I'm trying to protect your kid. And I understand with him trying to protect us from worldly things, you know, but we still end up, because we become our own person. Like, I'm pretty sure he'd be jumping for joy if we was pastors and pastors' wives. He probably would. He'd make his day. Every time we say something, he'd come support. What y'all need? What y'all need? Y'all need? It's for God. It's for God. It's for God. It's for Jesus. Jesus on it. I don't know about Jesus. Jesus ain't smoking no weed. No. Y'all say
Oh,
what?
man.
No, Jesus ain't gonna have nobody.
He was with the wine.
Hey, boy, don't get him, boy. I don't want to get us get out here.
Yes, sir.
Another 2 hours.
Two questions. I know you're trying to get up out. We gonna get out of here. One was kind of like his. You know, I asked him how hard was it to keep going, even when everything was up against you. Like even when like your back was against the wall, the music wasn't going, the trunk stopped selling out the trunk, the streaming took over, and trying to converge, trying to catch up, just like what kept you going.
I think that the first and foremost thing that kept me going too was the fact that this was told that it can't be done.
Mm.
So when you already broke, see, like, you know, this is tough. As you know, you love your parents no matter what, right? You may not understand at the moment when you're a child, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. So with just them, you know, I gotta credit, you know, my attitude towards on them because of so much of not saying it, believing. So once that, and you want to prove to them that, hey, I decided to go to college to be a bee catcher. You know what I'm saying? And they would say, no, you bee catcher? So you want to show them like, look, I caught one bee, I can catch 10,000 bees. Now I can make a living off of catching bees.
Right.
So that's what I was. You want to start proving, because I remember when she was little, man, I used to prove, my way of proving to them that you can make a living, I would spoil the hell out of her.
Yeah.
That's how I would show them, like,
look.
y'all can't do this.
I did this.
Y'all can't buy her 10-pound Jordans.
Yeah.
What? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, right.
Like, that was my, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but that's every parent right now. That's every, you know what I'm saying? That's in everything, right? Because the parents sometimes ain't the first ones to say, well, I see you. They don't, because they already got their dreams of, man, I want my child to be better than me.
Right,
and
facts.
Bee catching ain't gonna be better than me. That's how they feel. Until you show them that $100,000 check for catching 10,000 bees.
Yeah.
You're like, make 100,000.
They
don't know you got bee stings everywhere either.
Yeah.
They don't know the drum you had to go through. You just showing them the check.
Yeah.
See this? Don't worry about these bumps, these lumps. Check. This is what you said can't happen. You told me this was gonna happen. I'm gonna get stung. I knew this. Knew that part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just the fighting through that type of stuff, you know, and just, you know, remember our parents too were religious parents. They weren't just regular born 9 to 5 people. They church. We go to church every day.
Before the goal.
Like, man, what's going on in church today? Monday. We left church all day yesterday. What is going on in church? Did y'all say God is here? Are we going over there? Man.
I can attest because my parents were the same.
So once you do that, and now it's a group of y'all, right? It's a group of y'all because all y'all groups is 9, 7 of us. Every day we see each other every day. We don't see each other every day because we go to church, right?
Yeah.
Every day. So guess what now? Now it's a group of us. We stand outside because they ain't not doing that. We outside. We on church rapping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we, you know, it's crazy. Just come, you know, especially when you come up with, you know, religion. So that was the thing, just like proving the point, just like, nah, because then especially because they're religion, then they already think, even they wasn't religion, they already think that you can't do this because music ain't the way to do it.
Right.
Yeah, look at Uncle Johnny. Uncle Johnny used to sing at the cafe. You know, you see him? You see Uncle Johnny? Look at him over there. Look at Uncle Johnny. Look at Uncle Craig. Look at Uncle, right? Look at Uncle Craig. Look at all of them. I'm just saying, so you don't really got nothing. So like, what can you do? Look at the example. Like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm gonna be a crackhead. I'm gonna be a crackhead. Guess I got to sell some crack.
Second part.
Yeah.
because I know a lot of people, they need to know this. You know what I'm saying? They need to know this. But I want to know, are we? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I listened to FUCK Action. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, that's probably how I got my firstborn. I ain't gonna even tell. I'm be honest. I'm be honest. But for the
about the millions.
facts. For the people who don't know, could you please like enlighten them? You know, a little bit on that.
Well, the F Action, mixtapes is
Cause that's kind of how I remember you. That's
but
how.
it's R&B, and everybody to this day, we're glad R&B came back right now, and everybody can, and all y'all can say right now, y'all can all take a deeper breath, fresh air, and go, "Ooh, R&B is finally back." You know what I'm saying? So, cause you've never met nobody that don't like R&B.
Right.
I've never met a person that don't like R&B.
Ask somebody in this class.
You know what?
Just to test it. See,
No, I'm saying
anybody don't like R&B?
For real, because listen, if you think about it, and you don't, but even if you think about it, from the country part, from the pop side, R&B still, you know what I'm saying, over there, because country music still has a little bit of R&B, flavor to it too. Once you get down to Lanny Wilson and stuff like that, like they sing like slow. So those, we call it R&B. We just call it rhythm and blues, right? But what do you call it over there? Country records. You make fast country songs, slow country songs, right? But it's still, so when this, how I look at it, even with the F Actions was, that's why I was able to slow down country music, alternative music inside of F Actions too, and started calling it F Action Alternative, F Action Country, because, it had those, those elements of an R&B record in it, right? Now, speeding up to date, like now, you got our app. If you don't got our app, it's the Chop Not Slap app. But it's got all genres of music: Spanish music, gospel music, pop music, country music, hip hop. It's got all those, and you can just listen to it that all day. You want to listen to Spanish chop screw music, you can listen to it all day. You want to listen to gospel slow down music, it's there all day. So now transforming into where we are today. It's for us to be able to be here now and getting all that, and just imagine F Action. F Action really was the bridge, because imagine your favorite song into a ballad. That's why F Actions to this day right now is on volume 75. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how many mixtape series out there that even got 75 volumes?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know that, so when you speak of F Action, it's really more than just that name, because it's really turning your favorite song into a ballad. And that's how I've won people over from different cultures and different genres of how to like slow down music. So I tell them, I ask them, what's their favorite song? And I go to it. And I don't care, it's that. I promise you that. Might not be done by me, but it's that.
Right.
But I bet you your favorite song is slowed down on the internet somewhere.
Yep.
Promise you that.
Yep.
So that's how I've got them all.
Yep.
I put in their favorite song and let them hear it. And they're like, you know what? You're right. You don't, because we used to have the stigma of, in order to enjoy slow down chop screw music, you had to be up under the influence of a drug. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So we took that. That's what really the Chop Stars and even Swish House we did. You know what I'm saying, for the game, was we took that stigma out of that. You don't have to be on drugs. You don't have to be sipping syrup to enjoy slow down music. Because guess what? When life moving too fast, let us slow it all down.
And to be honest, I understood more of the songs just because of you. I've understood more of songs because I was able to catch it. Because a lot of songs are fast, so your favorite song, you just rapping the words, but you don't understand it. So if you can listen to a song slowed down, you might hear like a whole bar that you would have never understood as a kid, but now as an adult, you understood, you put things in perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I just give you credit, and I respect you, what you do, man, what you did for us, real good pioneer for us. And I'm glad to have met you like on a personal face-to-face, and I thank you for even inviting me, because if it wasn't for you, I would have never met him. I'm 37. You know what I mean? So, and I still ain't never met OG Run C personally, up and close. So I thank you for that. You know what I mean?
Can we keep it right here? So how did you even come up with this idea? Like, it's almost like a science, or this method of slowing down music. How did you know that was going to be something that sounded good, that the culture was going to like? Like, how did we get to that?
Well, this is what I will say. the first when it started, because it started with them slowing down the hip hop. Now, when it comes, see, I'm the one that took it out the hip hop genre. You know what I'm saying? And I probably say that because even when I was younger and I didn't even know what the hell I was doing, I always liked the rock and roll music, y'all. I liked the alternative music. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to Oasis and stuff like that, and Linkin Park and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? So I used to listen to that type of stuff, right? Now, I worked for radio. In 1990, I worked for radio from 91 to 99. Now, I was 19, that's from my 19 to 26 era, right? So I'm 19, I used to drive the box van. Remember I told y'all that I used to drive the box van. Now, we just get into slow down music. Now, I'm into rock and roll music and stuff like that too, you know, because I went to Eisenhower. So when I went to Eisenhower, I was 2% black man when we first got to Eisenhower in '88. 2% of us, on 17 of us. You know what I'm saying? So it opened us up to a diverse culture, right? Especially me coming from Fifth Ward. Fifth Ward to Eisenhower. So the culture was so diverse. So I got a first hand of dealing with different cultures and hearing different music outside of R&B and hip hop, right? So remember, hip hop is on its first leg anyway. Right. So around that time anyway. So I started in 91 to 92 when I started working for the box. I make these rock and roll. I would screw down the rock and roll just for my pleasure, listening to for my own self because I wanted to hear it in the van because the van had 8 15s in the W. You know what I'm saying? It was made in the W. 8 15s was in that van, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, I don't even, that's why I can't hear now. So I wanted to hear that stuff in those speakers. And I used to just make the tapes for, you know, just make the CDs for my personal self. And one day my boss got into the van. He was like, man, you left this CD and it was slowed down. I thought the CD player was broke. you know, he was a Caucasian guy, Bobby Z, man, best boss I ever had. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he started telling me, he's like, man, why don't you? And then I started dating a chick. She was mixed. You know what I'm saying? She was black and white, but she used to listen to rock and roll too, and she was into chop and screw music. And I used to start listening to her with her. And then she used to start telling me, man, why don't you put these things out? Why don't you put them out? And I never put them out, and I used to always keep making them for myself, and then I would leave them in the van, then one other person come and say, man, I was jamming that tape, man. And they started letting me know that people wouldn't really listen to it. Then I tested. I was going to quit doing F Actions for volume 50. I did volume 50. If you go look at volume 50, that's why it's 5 discs. Because I was going to quit. I was like, man, I'm going to quit on a high note. I'm going to end this on a high note at 50. So I did 5 discs. One of those discs was, I said, you know what? I'm going to break this chop and screw rock and roll to the world. And the chop and screw disc was, the disc 5 was all rock and roll. And it was, that was when In the Mix had just started. The only way you could get it was in the mix. So I made it exclusive, that 5 discs. If you wanted to get it on the internet, you had to get it from In the Mix. You couldn't even go buy it. You had to get it from In the Mix, right? So that came so popular, and people was asking, man, that rock and roll did that, rock and roll did. That's what started making me, then I started doing F Action Alternative. So right now, to this day, I got F Action Alternative. I think we on volume like 21 or something like that. So it's all rock and roll.
That's amazing.
So, you know,
That's amazing.
F Action.
So whenever, I'm not sure if you covered this, I missed the first part, so my bad. So whenever you cover these, or do these tapes with these more recent albums, so there's like Savage Mode 2, and Heroes and Villains, and the Don Toliver one, that one. But how do those dialogues start with the more recent albums, because they, Heaven or Hell, that's it. How do these dialogues start, because those come out really quick after the original album release. Like, how do those dialogues start?
So, you know, Metro was a friend of mine, and that's why I was telling that story on that, because Metro, he usually call the week before the album come out and send it to me a week before.
We got to put context to this. So you all know that he DJs for Drake.
Oh.
So now it makes sense.
Dang.
With the beat that's going on. So now,
So yeah,
yeah,
okay,
so now it
okay.
makes sense.
So yeah, usually, you know, those usually come right in through our friends. You know what I'm saying? So, and Don Tolliver used to come and dance at, you know, at Avant Garden every Wednesday. So he used to come dance, just be a regular person, come and dance with his clique, come his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Just come dance. Then one day he came, because we used to always be promoting our tape. One day he said, man, he came and gave us like 9 songs. And he said, man, y'all can do what y'all want to, just put them on all y'all mixtapes. Just keep me on y'all mixtapes. Artists don't even do that right now.
No.
He came and gave us 9 songs. And then I'm gonna tell you, we got more respect for him. When he got signed, once he got signed, he didn't make us go back and take them songs down.
Right.
Because we had put them up on DSP.
Right.
He didn't go back and make us take them songs. Well, they took 4 or 5 of them down, but we still kept like 3 or 4 of them down.
I was gonna say.
Like, yeah, he didn't even make no big deal. And he made them come back also and pay us to do an official version. So, you know, we get, you know, those be relationships.
Yeah.
When you seeing those, you know, the Drakes and the Futures, the Megans, and, you know what I'm saying, the big ones, those are really relationships. So, because we been with those guys, you know, I was with Drake before, right after So Far Gone came out. So I've been with Drake since day
Yeah.
one. So, you know,
I remember them
that story
days.
is just kind of crazy of how, you know, I even met him. So.
So you also,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, so
Did I
y'all,
finish the
sorry,
question?
just to follow up on that. So y'all start those albums before the album. You start those Chop and Slop tapes before the album even comes out, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're saying?
some of them are. Sometimes, you know, they be dropping them, and then they'll call us and say, man, we need this here done, you know what I'm saying, ASAP, and we'll, you know, because when they call them check.
Yeah.
Call them.
Oh, it's like a second release, you know. That's
Right,
why I
so-
feel like when those tapes drop, I'm like, oh, I have a
Right.
reason to listen to this again, you know.
So and they started getting smarter with it. So, and that's, you know, that's why I was saying, man, we in trouble now because, you know, AI is just, you know, it's crazy. So we trying to get this thing, you know, we're trying to keep it up under control like we had, but it's getting out of control. So.
Sorry, not to piggyback too hard on the same question, but you see a lot of albums released, and then immediately on YouTube somebody posts like a slowed in reverb, which is not even close to the same. But do you feel that sort
AI.
of?
That's what I'm saying. It's AI, so we got to move fast. So that's the reason why right now, that's the reason why I need everybody in here to download the Chop Not Slop app. If you don't have it, you know what I'm saying.
The slow
but that's
reverb
the reason
isn't
why
exactly
we're
the
doing
same.
with our app, because like we have the biggest Chop and Screw app, you know what I'm saying, in the world. We have over 100,000 listeners, users of our app. We got subscriptions now, so now we get into the real tech world, so we got to go get real. See, that's the problem with being in Texas again. You know what I'm saying? Even my sister, she has an app herself. You know what I'm saying? So the problem we have here in Texas, if it's not all business, we got to go somewhere. It's the truth.
Why is that?
Because we the land of the oil. We just land of oil. That's just like if you was in Atlanta, you would be asking me, well, why I got to go to Texas for all business, right? Right?
I get you. I get you.
I didn't mean to make that so okay, you know.
No, that's fine.
Right, but that's, you know, but that's how it just panned that way. And this, I don't know why, as big as we are, as much as people like to come to our city, why we haven't really been. We not even probably in 5 in entertainment.
No.
You know,
Is there a way to change it though? Is there enough power players here to
It is,
help
but
make a change?
it is, but let me tell y'all where it starts at. It's bigger than all of us because it starts with city ordinances. Because a lot of the ordinances doesn't allow them to come in and give you a tax break if you're a filmmaker. See, I can go to Austin because Austin give me a tax break. That's why you see more films coming to Austin now. Do you see, you know what I'm saying?
Think about 50 Cent too.
They coming now.
He moved here,
Right.
but his stuff is in Shreveport.
We just need bigger
Right, but he
power.
moved he go and build $1 million in Shreveport.
He about half of that city.
You know what I'm saying? 3.5 hours away from us, 4 hours away from us, he go build you know what I'm saying? And then Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil just built a new studio too.
Then they Cowboys, man.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like Dr. Phil just built a new studio. So let's think about this. We don't give a, we're trying to loosen up these laws and everything, because that's the reason why a lot of people not even coming our way in Houston directly. Like, even look, you got Samsung going out to Austin, with the little city right there.
Tesla's out in Austin, too.
Tesla, biggest warehouse in Austin. it's a lot of things coming out there because that land out there because of the ordinances. They can, you know what I'm saying? They don't got to deal with a lot of the ordinances. They ain't got to deal with a lot of the rules. You know what I'm saying? So that's
We
the
need to change
reason.
those rules here, man. Some bullshit. 'Cause
But
these
that's the
towns
reason.
are shit.
Again, now again, to say this before you said again, that's the reason why now, when it's not time for presidency, because that's the only time that we think about voting, y'all, is when it's time for presidency. All this little bullshit bills like we need this shit right here. It's next year. It's in the odd year. It's in the years between. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know that because we're not making a big deal about it. Because the advocates and the for this, they don't have enough budget money to say to say on every social media and every time you turn on TV to say, hey, listen, vote for the bill that's coming up because ain't nobody put no $100 million into that. But they're gonna put $100 million into this fool gonna stand up here and lie to me. You know what I'm saying? In 4 years, they ain't gonna be able to get on me in the same boat. Still talking about the next fool gonna be talking about, man, we got to do something about these potholes. Nigga, same fool just ran off of that 8 years ago. Talking about these funky potholes around Houston. They've been talking about potholes around Houston since I've been since I got my first car, AC.
told one of my.
That's why I hate
So,
inspections to make sure our cars are good to the road, but the road is nothing for our cars.
Right. it's
Somebody
like-
getting that money.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, if we don't make it really about money and it's got to be about politics and we got to go that road first, that's the long route. These routes about the money first. What's about the money first? Let's address that first.
That's what they say, money talk,
That's
BS walk.
right. So we can talk about that other. Y'all can talk on. We talking about money. Me and her talking about money. Me and you, we talk later. I'm talking to her. Right here, money. You talk money, and let's talk money, right? So that's where the world is at. Money direct talk. Money direct talk. Back. So always remember that. That's why I was talking about that free.
Oh yeah.
See, they done moved it up here. Free right here. Back there, he waiting for the fix. See how he gets his hand on it? Yeah. Let him talk. Shit, don't let him talk. When he walk out, he got to pay $5.
Right.
Let her talk all she wants. She can get in front of his face all he wants to.
Right.
Right? So that's what that free is. That's why I be telling y'all, look behind that free. Because behind that free, there ain't no R, I promise you. It's
So to his point, just so you all know, that music business and audio recording, we're getting ready to sign a partnership with the city of Houston through the Music Office of Cultural Affairs. I think you're part of
that Mayor Turner started.
That Mayor Turner
You know what I'm
started.
saying?
So we should be getting this done soon, like before the year is out. How does this affect you all? First off, you all can advocate for these things that we need to get done in order to change the trajectory of the music business in the city of Houston. What does that mean? Well, it's a lot of things. Take this in point. Any major city that you go to that is an entertainment city, guess what is a part of their infrastructure? Infrastructure, is a college or university that offers the exact same curriculum that we have. Houston has no school to do that. The reason is, as we just stated, the business part, we have not figured out how much entertainment affects the city's bottom line and its economy. We have not identified that in all the years that we've been in existence.
It's all about oil here, that's why.
Right? We have not identified it until a group of people come together to research and identify the economic impact of concerts, festivals, music, art, all this stuff. All the shit that we talk about is null and void.
What festival we known for?
Had Astro for a couple of years.
Astro.
Had it.
That's not really a festival though. That's a concert.
So we ask ourselves
tried.
questions, right?
Right.
We ask ourselves these questions. Why is the city not supported? Because we have not, as a unit collectively, have not identified how have you impacted the economy in the city of Houston?
That's right.
Nobody has been able to say that.
That's right.
So what the Mayor Office of Cultural Affairs, actually the Houston Music Advisory Board, which we, because you were part of that, if I'm not mistaken, because I know you just became a member. These are the people that are advocating for that voice, and now they need worker bee soldiers to basically help with this research. When I tell you we have underground conversations, this is away from the advisory board. You think I'm lying, ask Gracie Chavez, who came here and talked to y'all the very first Campus Beats that came and spoke to y'all. We go and have coffee probably once a month to keep growing the conversation. Sly, I'm gonna invite you to the conversation because your name came up. These are the type of things that have to happen, and then we're trying to basically say, okay, let's do the research. And here's the number. And here's how we can basically put a footprint into this. And guess what school will be a part of their infrastructure? ACC. Because once that happens, guess who's going to open up their pockets? U of H, who has nothing comparable to this, and Rice, who has nothing comparable to this. But guess what they have?
Money.
They have money. But guess what? They don't have as much money as ACC. They don't have as much money as ACC. This is the largest. This is the third largest institution in the state of Texas.
They ranked on Forbes.
And ranked on Forbes. So yeah, we own the land that this building sits on is owned by the school itself. It's not being leased or rented. That lets you know the kind of money that ACC has access to. So, and I'm saying this for your better good. The dean, now I'm bringing this to the class level. The dean and the president very seldom comes over here. The work that y'all have been doing has been forcing them to come and see what the hell all the hoopla is about. The work that you've been doing for the past year. If you think I'm lying, I'm done. And I ain't dead.
And can I add something to that? And I have to say that because I'm finding out this facility been over here for 10, 15 years.
Absolutely.
Longer than that.
Longer than that. Now, why? Why I'm just finding out.
Absolutely.
Why am I, is this, whatever, is being considered, with my name, in this city, and I didn't know that they got mastering studios, recording studios, theaters,
on multiple campuses.
And ain't no traffic. It's Tuesday. This is Friday traffic. This is Friday, and I can come on weekend traffic, right? I'm saying, but these are state-of-the-art facilities. I just got a tour around here. I could go take y'all to some studios right now. Drake done recorded in this city ain't bad as it is here. So the thing is now is going to be, I just mentioned president, right?
Right.
Reason why he, like you say, he covered is because of what he's, this is the impact of, let me go see what they're talking about it. Let me go see what, right? So what has to happen now is y'all got to tell y'all friends, because listen, I watch TV all the time. I don't know about y'all. I watch TV. Like, I ain't ticky-tacky. No, my bad. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying. I ain't on the ticky-tacky. Listen, I watch TV, and I know TV still showing HCC commercials. You want to further your education, commercial. And they ain't saying nothing about music program, though. No. Swear to God. They ain't saying you want to come be a top producer. Right. They ain't come on, give us some of them. Right. Give us some of them. So that's what, that's the next step. That's the next, because they just didn't have the right people to bring it to them, though. Just think about the last 12 to 15 years. They didn't have the right people that was interested to go out and tell the people, tell other people about this. So now we have to get our more hungrier artists, you know, because this thing is bigger than hip hop. It's bigger than hip hop. But hip hop has brought everything back to the forefront. That's what we can thank hip hop for. Hip hop has brought everything back to the forefront. Now your little sister, she play acoustic guitar. Because why? Music, people know now you can really make a living doing music now. That wasn't never sold to us. That's the reason why these programs wasn't, because it wasn't making nobody wasn't going to get, and then coming back and building communities. Nobody ain't going back and build a community. Who came back and built it? Who got 1,000 house community right now? Who not? Not 1,000, but he getting there. He got 20. But I'm just saying we got to have more of that though. You understand what I'm saying? We got the, but that, and then that's going to be the impact. Like he said, what's going to be back down to that bottom line again? Right. Once we started this, they realized that hip hop in Houston can impact this culture, this economy here. Then they're gonna change up.
Yeah.
Listen, they even tried it, y'all. They had the Night and Day Fest. They got all these new festivals.
Mm-hmm.
They got all these festivals, right? They didn't have all these festivals before hip hop blew up. I'm just, if I'm lying, gee, just show me. Just show me what a Night and Day Fest was 1973. Yeah, 1973, show me where they had Lenny Kravitz on the Night and Day Fest.
Right.
I'm just saying. So now here we are, 2024, and you can stand to see the new young Lenny Kravitz now on the Night and Day Fest. What's the festival they got in Sugar Land they be having? I'm just saying, you know, they got a lot of
Essence Festival. That ain't
right, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, that's here in Houston. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like we don't have that. We don't have nothing, you know. Now I just started a record label because now I just said now we need to have a new record label. Y'all can't even name a new record label around here right now. I know y'all can't because I ain't even know since y'all trying. Y'all can't even tell me what label your favorite artist is on. You don't even know who Mexican OT signed to. Who? What's his label? Anybody? All right. D-Baby.
Same one.
Who the label? Who he signed to? What's the label?
300.
I'm saying? You know too much. I'm talking to you.
Look,
It's always cool. It's always one to know, but that's how we got. But one needs to turn into 30 need to know that though. See, when I said that, it's like them the most two popular artists in our right now coming up. You know what I'm saying? But it's like even if I asked you, Megan Thee Stallion, what label she signed to?
Beyonce's.
Rock Nation.
I heard Insco, Beyonce's. I ain't heard everything except 1501.
1501.
You feel what I'm saying? I heard everything but 1501. Why is that though?
Facts.
1501 is the one that made her the shit.
She originated.
Made her what she is. You know what I'm saying? So, why? Why do we know that? Because no label is trying to educate us. No label trying to make sure that we get nobody know it's not. So now, next one
They
y'all
can't
start.
monetize that. That's part of the problem. They can't monetize it. So
They got them, but it's ways too.
Right, ways too.
Think about this here. What's your name?
Brett,
Brett. Think about this, Brett. What game ain't asked for a bailout?
but that's the way.
Which game ain't asked for a bailout? The governor, asked for the government to bail them out. Music. Everybody had their bailout. Cars, real estate, everybody had a bailout.
Yeah.
That's the key with bankrupt.
They ain't bail them out, did they?
No, they didn't bail them out.
They said, well, you know, we got some of our old rap legends that get ready. We're going to pass a bill, $200 billion to go to the music entertainment game. No.
Y'all give August a shout for y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
We'll stay connected.
I got you. If you guys want to connect with me at all, if you have any questions about your HCC journey, just hit me up on Instagram, August J. Keys, and we can chop it up. Best of luck to your studies,
We got to
guys.
produce more research out of here, you know what I'm saying? So he can be able to come back and talk and tell us to give us this information. Because if we don't
You got
get
a
it,
question?
we're going to be.
Go ahead.
So like, what you made a statement earlier about social media. Like, how has you're not on TikTok, right? But I know you got TikTok, honeycomb, man. And what, like, can you
I was-
expound on that? And,
Man.
how do you feel about what you
That boy
said
asked the
about,
wrong questions,
acting
huh?
earlier? How do you feel about, like, podcasting and stuff like that? Cause you're a character, bro.
Okay, yeah. Now let me tell you. Listen, first of all, man, my heart hurt because I ain't getting that tiki-taki money. My heart is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 50. I need some young people around me. I used to always hang around young people. Candlestick and Holly Grove, them not young no more.
You're welcome around here anytime. Just
I
know
used to hang
that.
around them. I need to hang around y'all more so we can get that money. Cause see, just imagine if I had somebody who's working tiki-taki right now.
Yeah.
My tiki-taki bidding went up 500 today.
Yeah.
For all the jokes, I'm a character. I know I'm a character. I'm funny. I know it. I keep telling people I'm funny. I'm a character. But if I had somebody, I'm not thinking about tiki-taki. When I get up at this phone right now, when I get out here, I got to return all these text messages that I missed for the last 3 hours.
Right.
I got to call back, so I ain't even got tiki-taki time. I need to be tiki-taki right now. I'm tiki-taki y'all live. Tiki-taki, say what's up to the tiki-taki. I need to be. But it's just, I don't, it's,
Someone just with a camera.
I just need, that's the reason why I got, most of the older people that are on the socials like that, trust me, they got somebody, trust me.
Yeah.
They not, you know what I'm saying? They don't got that type of time, bro. Just to be every day waking up, roll over, see what's going on TikTok first. Man, TikTok is like before brushing your teeth, man. It's true. You on the way to brush your teeth,
Right.
TikTok. On to TikTok
On the way.
already. Man, what, JC, what? You TikTok, now you just scroll to the next one, TikTok. Now you did 10 minutes went by, you stinking mile. 10 minutes, stinking mile and breathe on the screen, and they like, man, brush your teeth first, dog. You know what I'm saying? You tiki-talking and got you 30 minutes into it because one then went to another one and then did nothing, let alone. We men, you gonna pass by somebody half naked, so you gonna go back. Like, whoa. And then if it's somebody you know, you gonna stop and call, man, you saw her on this. And then guess what? So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't got that type of time on because now, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to get investors for the app, I'm trying to get investors for the record label, I'm trying to talk to this person for that. So it's like, my phone is,
So you definitely don't have time for the podcast.
so now going into the podcast, man, people before podcasts got popular. Podcast, that title podcast, man, I've just been there already because the title podcast, it's just a new title. It's nothing new. It's no more than having a radio show.
Yeah.
I've been doing radio since in 1991, right? So that's the reason why I didn't rush over the podcast because I didn't set in my life to become a radio journalist. You know what I'm saying? If I was going to be something to be number one, have a number one show, radio, if I was going to be Kiati or somebody like that, then the podcast. Now what I am going to do is, what I want to do is, I want to do a show, it's called Late Night with OG. And it's like late night TV because, I'm not, so y'all read to this before. It hasn't been a black man on late night TV since Arsenio Hall.
That's my cousin.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to come bring your cousin back. The new modern day. I'm just saying, so, that's my next, that's why when you saw me looking up here, because I was going to start filming my show somewhere else, but then I thought about this and I was like, so, we talk about she already looked at she like, but, that's, it hasn't been a black man late night TV. So instead of going from podcast, I just want to do late night TV. Don't change it though, because everybody been trying to change it and put a twist on it. That's why they out the door.
Right.
Don't change it. I'm coming for Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon's neck.
So
Just come straight formatted like you do. 5-minute dialogue, go into your dialogue again, interview, dialogue, performing, gone. 30 minutes, gone. You know what I'm saying? That's how, that late night TV. Tackle it that way. I ain't talking about late night TV on HBO, where I come on once a week, you know what I'm saying? Because, your boy, what's his name, did that? What's his name? Chris Rock, and the other, our favorite black guy, Wayne Brady.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Our favorite daytime. So he our favorite, you know. But so nobody's done it yet. So that's the next two big things that I want to do is that, and then you know, with my record label, OG Exchange, and it's called OG Exchange because, you know, I got a lot of information up here, man. It's just an exchange for, you know, me, you know, as an artist, I'm gonna show you the way, you know, exchange. You know, just, you know, but I'll make sure everybody gets, you know, the right information. Like, I'm not trying to keep nobody's masters. You don't got to, you know, I ain't trying to do all that crap. There's ways to make money without keeping folks masters. Because he ain't doing nothing but giving them back. And everybody feel guilty in 20 years. Yeah, man, you know what, man, that wasn't even right. I'll give your masters back. That's what we at right now. Everybody got their masters back. And after 35 years, they revert back to you anyway. So I'm just saying, why not? Why you want to be greedy for 35 years and just own somebody's masters? So record label has to be reconstructed and that's what I'm going to try to do with OG Exchange, reconstruct the way how we do record labels because the distributors are doing it. The distributors come in and say you can keep your masters and we're going to put your music out. That's why you got so many distro kids now. You got DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, everybody. But they all do the same thing, is what? Deliver you to the stores. And they tell us, oh, I'm going to deliver you to over 250 stores. Go look at y'all shit. Go look at y'all shit. Y'all ain't shit, they don't even give you a reporting book for number 11 of them. 11 or 13 of them. Well, the 250 y'all y'all said when I signed up DistroKid, y'all finna distribute my stuff to 250 stores. New stores. Digital stores, right? The only thing we be concerned about around this one is Apple and Spotify. Like, hey, we on Apple Spotify. We on Apple Spotify numbers. Right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't looking at Diesel, Afghani, and all these other.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
If you get streams on those apps, they give you reports in different countries and stuff.
Yeah, but they don't give you no detailed report like they don't give you no detailed report like they give you from your Spotify and your Apple. Don't do. They just say, man, well, you got to show me that one because I'm on it.
DistroKid don't show you nothing.
It depends on your DSP. I do TuneCore.
Okay, all right.
Only TuneCore.
Okay, so in TuneCore, next time you go to your TuneCore, I got something for you. It's a service called Afghani. You know what that is?
No.
All right, so that's the Afghan DSP in Afghani, in Afghanistan. That's their DSP. That's like their Apple Music.
Okay.
It's called Afghani. When you look at your thing, you're like, wow, I've been paying my that the whole time and didn't even know that wasn't. All right, so now see if you can click on it to see exactly information about that one spin that came from Afghani. You can't.
I gotta spin over there.
You can't. You do. Let me tell you why you know you do. Because guess what? We have United States Army bases in every country, bro.
You're right.
That's what, see? Nobody even see? Y'all see how everybody like, oh shit. Damn sure right. Y'all forgot about y'all cousin that went to Iraq? What y'all think he over there listening to? He ain't over there listening to Iraqi music. I'm just being real. He ain't over there. He don't even understand it. I'm just saying, think about common sense though. Common sense. Common sense says, if I go somewhere else, I'm still gonna eat what I like or what I know about. First place we go somewhere over there, we gonna know. If you go anywhere, if you American, you gonna know anything. If you don't know nothing about no other food, what's the first food you gonna say? If y'all got it.
I want something in the club.
They ain't got nothing to do with black. They said chicken by black folk. That's why people are like, how chicken got something to do with us? Like, I done went to Czechoslovakia. The only thing I could see was KFC chicken. I ain't seen a black person in sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I immediately lost that one. I ain't want us to count that no more. Like, man, I used to get offended about that. Man, I don't even get offended by this, you know, because everybody, chicken. Right. That's just universal, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just universal. Right. So all these little things, when you go sign up for DistroKid, they tell you, yeah, we're gonna put you up on 250. All right, give me a detail about that. Because if you go click on United States, it'll tell me Atlanta had 32, Texas had 35, New York had 36. When I go click Argentina, it just say one spin Argentina. It don't say the city in Argentina. It don't say what side of Argentina. Like, so that's what I'm saying. See, I ain't lying to you. You looking at it now.
See that, boy?
Like, yeah, you see these like, I don't even be being pat lips right now.
I don't like being wrong. I don't like being wrong.
Boy, sure right. I can't click that. I can't click Afghanistan. So like, but they just tell us. So just imagine they just telling us that. Right. So they just telling me that what I really got.
Yeah.
So what do you offer left? Because it's almost time to go, and I know we'll definitely appreciate you extending.
I've been thinking.
I asked Slav like, hey,
Overextended.
she was like, hey, you got a little time, but that little time is starting to come out.
Appreciate it.
What can you, inner self kid sitting here aspiring to be in the industry from a producer, artist, business perspective, what is a couple things they should take away?
Y'all hear this, you know, the most important thing y'all always hear is, you know what I'm saying, consistency and persistency. I'm pretty sure y'all hear that all the time, right? Let's put some perspective behind that though, put some go deep into that, persistency and consistency. It's like once you find something, it don't, because we have the World Wide Web now, the internet. So it doesn't matter how weird you might think your idea is or how unlike somebody don't like it, you know what I'm saying? Somebody on the internet in some corner is identifying with that, right? Now it's just for you to identify more of them. More identify of them people. So now what the internet has allowed you to do is able to reach them people faster now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a booger digger, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, you don't know now. The internet says, first of all, I can get on the thing and dig on my nose. This side gonna say, man, you nasty. This side gonna say, oh, why you doing that? One day in the back, one person in the background will be like, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say, not you, my man. Sorry, I'm just saying one person in the background. Sorry, so just one person in the background just gonna be like, yeah, man, I really like that. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go watch that motherfucker. Just somebody over figure the boogers, man. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what the word is. Always a 2% in everything, y'all. And the internet has allowed us to blow the 2% up. Does that make sense? The internet has allowed to bring more attention to the 2%. Because there's a 2% in everything. What you won't do, somebody will. I swear, think of the worst shit somebody gonna do. I swear.
Multiply that by 10.
By 10! And now you just got to find something. I promise you, it's 10 more. Yeah, so man, so my thing is for anybody is, we all been told, don't let nobody tell you can't stop doing nothing, but how you act on that though. You know what I'm saying? How do you act on that? Yeah, we hear that all the time, but act on that means just, hey, when it's not good, when you got to believe in you first. Just always think, obviously you do believe in you first. Yeah, it takes confidence building becomes when you're doing it more, when you keep doing it consistently. That builds confidence. That builds confidence. To not know that there's a man in the back picking boogers with me. I'm confident now because I told everybody and everybody like, you know what, man, picking boogers ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? It ain't so bad. Then you figure out, oh, it's a whole room. Might not be the room I want to walk in. I'll be like, oh, this is the room, my bad. Not this room. You know what I'm saying? So, but if somebody gonna be like, oh, shit, so maybe not that. Ain't that bad as y'all thought it would. So I'm just, so persistency and consistency, but what does that really mean? Staying on it no matter what, and it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Nothing, everybody say that, everybody know that. Nothing in life is easy. Show me something like that was easy. I swear I couldn't do it right now. I tell people to use this example. I think, I hope ain't nobody, mom and dad, parents ain't this, but I think picking up shit is just a really, that's pretty low. In life, we're picking up shit, right? I mean, just, who have you ever walked in anyone and say, yeah, nigga, I pick up shit. I'm the shit picker. You know what I'm saying? Even if they like, I'm a garbage man, right? And they still, I don't really never know till about people say, yeah, I'm garbage man first. Hey, man, what you do, garbage man? Garbage man. Garbage man first. So I'm just saying, so I'm saying, so if you tell me that being a garbage man or picking up shit is easy, I've been DJing 36 years. I will drop all my pride. I will start picking up shit tomorrow. I just need y'all to say one thing though. When y'all say, where's OG Ron C? And when y'all say he quit music, just say he's picking up shit. But y'all need to say he's rich now. That's all I want y'all to say. When y'all say that, when y'all say he's picking up shit, just add that. Like don't forget the F. Just add that. He's rich now. Y'all, he's rich again, or he's richer. Because I'm just saying, it's like, if it's easy, if I ain't got to buy no mask, if I ain't got to buy no gloves, if I ain't got to buy no shovel, if I ain't got to buy something to put the shit in, if I ain't got to pay the person to dispose of the shit, I quit DJing. I'm finna do that. Because y'all tell me I can pick up shit tomorrow and be a millionaire. So it ain't nothing's gonna be easy. Even if you decide I'm gonna pick up shit, you still got to put some money into it, and you gotta put some work into it. But everybody think that, oh, I'm gonna go make a rap song. I'm gonna get on the internet and I'm going viral. And I'm in. But even ask the people that they went viral. Once you go viral, now you got viral, now you got a demand. You a broke person sitting home with a demand. Cause you done went viral, cause everybody like their headscarf. But how you now you got to come back to daddy. No Diddy. You got to come back to your parents and ask for $5 so you can go buy the $4 worth of material to send the people, right? So you can.
So you can sell it.
Right, so you can sell it back because it's still you still have to put into it. People think you don't have to put nothing into your music. You don't have to put nothing into your. You got to put something into it at all times. And even when you get there, everybody think Drake. No, his team is still spending $1 million making sure all y'all see it on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and this here. Guess what? All of them people ain't doing it for free just because you Drake now. There's still some money behind it. Even if they is doing it for free, guess what? Remember, it's still some money. They getting some money behind it too. They doing it for free, guess what? I get to put you Drake up on my stuff for free, but guess what? It's gonna bring all y'all here to pay the fee. Gave it to him for free, but y'all coming to pay the fee.
OG Ron C, everybody. Again, brother, I appreciate it. We gonna stay into it. All right.
Project.
That's going to end class. That's going to end class.